So we're going to move on, and I'll start with my written piece, and then I'll do a song. So this is called Self, written in Right About Now with Omae and Victoria. Imagine a life without mirrors, no reflections of imperfections or scrutinizing minute parts and comparison. Go inside, go deep, look inward, truth seek. Breathe deep, exhale slow, smell the roses, take a stroll. Put those toes on earth, fast and take control. Without mirrors, I see my reflection. Without eyes, I hold vision. Within walls, fly free. Where doors close, use your key. Eyes are thrice, lies divide. Frequency is your frequently. Higher vibes emanate out from inside. Above and below, within and without. Clarity shouts when quiet is clout. Listen and observe, manage reserves, and never, hear me, ever put others in front of the love for self that you hold. Don't be good, be true. Don't impress, be you. Authentic moves are the only proof to prove. Self. I equals we equals they equals why. Why equals how equals if equals when. Sin is committed to self within. See stars at night through closed lids tight. Hold the child inside close, loving them more than they'll ever know. Loving them strong enough to grow. Cuddling away the cold, embraced in warmth, in love, we know. A forgotten mind just awoke. Ancestors whispered DNA codes. Spirit guides move in tandem, dancing maps into mind like ships in the night. You are not alone, although you are. We are all connected while all apart. Experiential knowledge, esoteric explorations from the heart, unknown knowns, known from the start. Explore, discover, experiment, deliver, self.
Wow, you were not lying. Whoa.
Yeah, yeah.
Whoa. We are in tandem today. Wow.
And I got
Beautiful.
something different this time than when we shared at Right About Now, because you said, without mirrors, I see my reflection, right? And then you also brought up something about don't be good, be true. With that, I'm thinking authenticity, because you even went further and leaned into that. And what I shared today about the rap the name of the song was Authentic. And just being our authentic selves is something that I think is more important than trying to do the right thing or be good. So yesterday in the conversation that I was talking about, the guy also brought up something about, he asked a question and said, would you rather go to heaven if you could choose with a troublemaker or a saint? And I thought for a minute. I said, throughout my experience in life, I've had more fun with troublemakers. So I'm choosing the troublemaker if I could choose, right? And the troublemaker isn't necessarily a bad person. They just cause excitement. They live on edge. And that's being true to them. That's their authentic self. I also added when he asked that, because I tell my son this sometimes, in the book, I'm not versed in the Bible, but I do always pull up the point that it makes about saying the kingdom of heaven is within.
Mhm.
So it's not about so much a place of trying to go, but a place to return to.
Smashed it. Yeah. I
The
smashed it
equation
so
was
hard I
also
gone
super
silent.
important.
Sorry, go on, Adriana.
Oh, I was just your the equation that you put together, the I plus we equals what, like that was genius. First of all, brilliant, but it also speaks to how interconnected this works if you allow it to. Because there's so many people that go against it, and that's why your frequencies are off. That's why your balance is off. That's why you can't figure certain things out. You just sometimes have to let things be in order to become a we. That was beautiful. It was really well written. Well done.
Thank you. And like you, I can't ever claim it. I just sit there and just let it come through, And I love the kind of spiritual learnings, teachings that I've been able to access in the last few years, because it's the affirmation that that is the process. It's the affirmation that there are other forces that work through me. I am but a vessel.
Absolutely.
Can I just say, both of you and Adriana and Omae, y'all both said my two favorite parts too. Like, but I have no eyes, like I say. Where he said like it like trapped in the wall, but fly like free, like that, like it was like yin yang, like trapped and free at the same time. Like it was like I don't know, it was like being in prison but still being free at the same time. Like, but that part, that part was so. But again, anyway, in a nutshell, you guys are just dropping bombs in y'all poetry today. Like y'all went like in like problems. This is it. Like either you asked a question or you brought attention to a situation, and then you either spoke on the authenticity of yourself and why all these questions, you answered these questions by being your authentic self throughout the poem or whatever, and you said, boom, this is who I am. Or you stated like this is a problem. You want to learn, or you want to love yourself or learn yourself. Like these are all the issues, and then like in that exposing that, but then also giving ways on solutions, like what you should do, how you should move, and the things that you should. And you guys dropped like you guys didn't play around. Like you guys are very intentional and very direct and very clear and concise in how you delivered that. And there's like you guys all did amazing. But Sister Caroline, of course you ain't disappointed.
Well, I think we've what we all know and what we've all said is that there's only one way to self, and that is to go in. You're never going to find it outside. You have to go in. And I think we've talked about before, Cynthonia, your experience with going to prison.
Mm-hmm.
What can seem like a curse to me, I regularly give thanks for this group, and I regularly give thanks for you, because you are a high spiritual being, and your humility is part of the evidence of that. Because I think people that are up there don't always even know they're up there. You know what I mean? I think that tallies with this whole group. And I would say that for myself as well. When the Most High was telling me, know who you are, I was like, who am I? I'm no one. But we're all someone.
Mm-hmm.
But we're all no one at the same time.
Mm-hmm. I get you.
Melting into the one. But when you get together a group of people who are doing, this is where spirit really reveals itself, that are doing that work, because you have to. It's work. It doesn't just happen. You have to be doing the work.
Mm-hmm.
But when we come together, magic happens, and spirit reveals itself even more. You know, it's a you know, like Adriana said, there's magic in the air right now. You know that song. I can feel it in the air.
Yeah, no, I can. Yeah, I can feel it, boy.
I've been rinsing that tune lately because
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I
love
heard
that
this
song
song quite a
too.
bit recently.
everyone's like, I know the song because Mom's been playing it 10 times a day. But I can feel it in the air. You know, I know I can see what's coming. You know, and what I've enjoyed is my own growth, but also watching all you guys' growth. Because for me, I think we've all grown in the time that we've been connected and sharing space. I can see it in all of you as much as I can see it in myself, you know, and it's not an everyday or an easy process to pull this level of quality together in terms of people. It's divine.
That's true.
All right, let's see if I can get this tune. Like my voice, when I did my promo yesterday, I was so tired I couldn't even think straight. Right, I was there like I recorded it about 5 times, and I sound like Marge Simpson on it. So I'm not sure how this is going to sound, but I'm going to give it a try.
It's gonna be amazing.
I will do my best. Anything you want to say while I sort this out, Omae?
Glad you asked. I did want to say I really like the focus on authenticity from you, IMI, and from you, Mo. I really like I was talking to my friend about this, how sometimes people think that sometimes people think that like how they appear is more important, but I think like when I'm with my friends and when I'm with my family and things, like it's who that person is. And even like when someone's being authentic and you're also authentic in yourself, you'll accept like the flaws of the other person. You'll accept that, oh, okay, well maybe they don't like to do this and they don't like to behave in that way, but it doesn't matter because that's their authentic self. And I think it's like the differentiation between being a good person and living your truth and being true. I think sometimes people try too hard to be nice all the time and to like appease people, but actual people, when they're like love themselves as well and when they're authentic themselves, they actually enjoy when people actually go, oh no, I don't like that, or that's not for me, or like people being authentically themselves is one of the best things that someone can do, I think. So yeah, I really like that. That's been the focus. It's been really good.
Yeah, it's programming, isn't it? Cynthonia.
No, because Omae, you got a good head on your shoulder. Thank God, right? Because I think I agree so much. Like I think being your most authentic self is like top like things you could do, because when you're your authentic self, you are inviting the people that's supposed to be around you, and you're excluding the people who are not supposed to be around you from being around you. When you could be your more, and that's like the start of having a more fluid life or a more bumpy life, is the people that you surround yourself with. That's like the beginning of that. So if I could be, a lot of my problems, even going to prison, was me just being a father, not being my authentic self. Every bad thing that's ever happened to me in my life has been a result of me not being my authentic self, whether it be in a situation or in a choice that I made. So I agree with that. Like, and even and what you said was so true, because I have friends that there are so many things that get on my nerves. But I know that there are things that I get on their nerves about, even though I feel like it's better, but it's better for me. And the things that they are and the things that they do, it's for them, but I trust them. I trust that they're gonna be exactly who they are because they always their authentic self, whether I like it or not. So I could deal with somebody like that.
I second that. Everything you said. Took the words right out of my mouth. The day you stop following and start leading your own life is the day you live a better one. Period.
Yeah, man. I think culturally as well. I mean, we're a band of misfits, our family, my immediate family, headed by my mom, Omae's nanny, and my nanny. Oh my days, my nanny was a character and a half. But I think around the world, it's a very kind of European Western thing of trying to fit in. But I think most of the rest of the world, and I see that with my friends from India, my friends from Pakistan as well. You know, you're encouraged to just be yourself. You know, it's entertaining, it's fun, and people like that, the weird character, the strange characters. Do you know what I mean? So, you know, I joke about Millie and some of her ways, but honestly, the amount of times I've sat at home on my own and I remember something and I would just laugh my head off for half an hour at her funny little things that child, when she was little, I used to just say to myself, I wish I could just be in her head just for an hour and just see things from her perspective, because she's always had this unique perspective, and her best friend at school now is literally, isn't she, Omae? She's a reflection. She is just as...
Yes. Yes.
Give thanks. And I say the same about this group, you know. And that was wonderful performance section. I really enjoyed everybody's pieces and the deep discussion. And we're now going to go into the podcast discussion.